Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. Now, let's move into question of the day. Hold on, we got comments. BP the Great said 3 ain't enough. It's really just 2 days. For real it is. For real it is. Gaiman said, heck yeah. Yeah, 3 is really 2 days. 4 is really 3. You know what I'm saying? But once you get up around 7 or 8, you can feel it. Like, all right, I got a long trip. I got a nice long trip. You can put your clothes in the drawers. You don't need 3 nights. I ain't even unpacking my suitcase. I'm gonna just pull what I need out for a 3-nighter. 7, 6, 8. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and unpack, hang everything up. I'm gonna go use the iron as soon as I get on board. You know the situation. But yeah, let's move into the question of the day. Question of the day. Make sure everybody hitting the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Question of the day. What are your travel preferences? What are your travel preferences? It depends. Like I say, if I travel alone, I actually prefer cruising when I travel alone. I don't necessarily care to be on the resort if I'm traveling solo. So for me, one of my preferences, and y'all chat, y'all answer the question of the day too. You know, I'm gonna respond to all the chats and stuff like that. I'll show them. But for me, if I'm traveling by myself, I like cruising. It gives me a multitude of different ways to have fun. You know what I mean? Gaming, then they say I cruise. Yeah, I like cruising. Whether dolo or even with a group, it's just so many different ways to have you to enjoy your vacation. And then you got days to do it. So if you just want to chill, you just want to relax, you could do that. If you want to have a day where you lit, or if you want to chill all day and turn up at the end, however you want to do it, you could do it on the cruise. And then, you know, everything's available to you, and there's good shopping on there. I got a lot of watches in my watch collection off cruises, great deals on board and stuff like that, duty free, tax free, all that. She said 15 years with Carnival. Oh yeah, you know. But if I'm traveling with, like, say I'm traveling with like my cousin or something like that, one of my dogs, shoot, I'm cool with like a slight little road trip. Me and the guys get to talk, you know what I'm saying, talk in the car, listen to different type of music, just, you know what I'm saying, rock out, almost like a little fellas retreat, little bro retreat. Like normally that's gonna be with family though. It's normally like a blood cousin or something like that. I know me and my cousin had slid to Ohio. We drove like however many hours that was or whatever. It was cool. You know what I mean? You feel like you're a little closer to your kinfolk, shit like that. And then if it's gonna be like a big group, I say like either a resort or a cruise. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then if it's a couple thing, I'm cool with a resort. I'm cool with a resort, or I'm cool with like a cabin. You know what I'm saying? Get like a little cabin somewhere, do it like that type shit. So I got different preferences. I will say this though, I've learned from traveling so much and traveling so many different ways, traveling with family, traveling with friends, traveling with mixture of family and friends. Like I've learned a lot about like what types of people I want to travel with, what types of things I like. For me, for example, with cruising, since this episode we keeping it a lot about that. But like for me, for example, with cruising, if I'm not going with a female, I'm not sharing my cabin. I don't care how much it costs. If I'm not going with a female, I'm not sharing my cabin. I'm too grown. Like I'm not sharing my cabin with the homie or with cuzzo or with bro. Like that shit over with, bro. Get your own room. You know what I'm saying? I'm that little ass twin bed. Like we not doing that, shorty. We not doing that. Jay Zilla said, I gotta have a portable screen with me and internet plan. I feel that. Oh, you trying to get to work. You ain't trying to take no vacation. Gaiman said, I take my kids and grandbaby every year. Oh, for real? You a grandma? You look young in your thumbnail, from what I could see. Black don't crack. But yeah, it's definitely dope. She said, heck yeah. But yeah, man. So yeah, the band, there is no band on hip hop music, but yeah, travel preferences. I'm trying to think what other like specifications, like things that are like I need. I'm not real particular because a lot of traveling is about like not necessarily where you go or what you're doing all the time. Sometimes it's about who you with. And then sometimes it is about like where you going specifically. Like if you're going to do some sightseeing or if you're doing some educational traveling. Like I know a lot of people like to learn when they travel to Africa. They like to learn, you know, when they get to go to different continents, they like to have some education involved with they traveling, not just fun. So different strokes for different folks for sure. But I mean, I done been as far as like Hong Kong. I've been to The Philippines. I'm about to go to Greece in a second. I mean, I've been to 20 something countries, so I've been all over the place. I need to go to Australia too. I'm trying to tap in with Australia for sure, for sure. But yeah, man, those my travel preferences on the question of the day. We got a story time. And again, we're gonna keep it on topic. We're gonna keep it all the way on topic. This video is actually about a cruise fling. This chick, we going over to TikTok. Hold on, y'all. Damn, what's going on?
I'm gonna do a cruise relationship story time. Okay. So I go to the hot tub, of course. There's the teen club, but if you really want to get people, go at night to the hot tub and you're gonna meet a lot of teenagers. So obviously I'm in the hot tub and they all think that I'm like a little older, a lot older than I actually am, because I was like all dressed up and did my makeup for my birthday. And then I look over and this guy's getting in and I'm like kind of eyeballing him, like he's kind of cute. And there was like, okay, there was 30 people in this hot tub. Like there was a lot of people in this hot tub. And so it's me, the girl I literally.
Before she start telling her hot tub tales, shout out to the TikTok creator. Before she get into her hot tub tales on the cruise, they think just like us aboard, fellas. For all the fellas who are watching this, who haven't been on a cruise, who stumble across this video, they think just like us on board, fellas. They think just like us. Look at the comments. Jay Zilla said, "I know I don't need a drink package." He trying to stay out of trouble. She said, "I need my drink package." She's trying to get into trouble. Jay Zilla said, "LOL." He said, "Oh no." Yeah, they think just like us on board, fellas. They definitely do. Most definitely. Let's go.
We met 10 minutes before this, and then him and his friend and his brother. And so I'm like talking to him over this girl, and she's like talking to like one of his friends or whatever. And we're like hitting it off. And so all like the other people go to like watch them switch out the sign on the elevator at 12. But me, my friend, him, his friend, and his brother all stayed. Oh my gosh, and these two twins, they were so fun. They were boys. And so we're just hanging out in the hot tub, and it's my birthday, so I went and got the cake that the cruise ship gave me, and I brought it back. It was like chocolate cake, and me and my family were not going to eat all of that. So I brought it back, and they all tore it up. It was so fun. And it's probably like 2 o'clock at this point, 2 or 3. No, I'd say 2. And so we're just sitting in the hot tub, like talking to each other. And at this point, I'm into him, you know what I'm saying? And I get the vibe that he's into me, but I'm not really sure yet. And I have Riz, but like, I don't know. And so then we move to like another hot tub, the adult one, and we get in there because they closed the one that we were in. And so we're just
Be careful, fellas. Check them room keys on the cruise ship. Check them room keys. Check them room keys. Shorty said she was, they thought she was much older than she was. I don't know if she was a minor. I don't know what the situation was. Y'all make sure y'all check them room keys. Don't come off vacation to go to jail. Let's go.
Hanging out, like playing pool games and stuff. That was so fun. And like we all had the unlimited drink package, so it's like mocktails and stuff. And so I had a lot of those. And then they had Red Bulls and stuff with the package. So I had like 3 Red Bulls that night. So we're playing these pool games, all of this, and like he's like slightly touchy, but like not like super touchy. So I'm like, okay, I think he likes me. And I think we went downstairs to get waters, like to the actual like promenade.
It sounds like this guy didn't know he was chose. Like he didn't know she chose. This dude seemed like slightly not like he didn't know she chose. Listen. I'm gonna tell you how long it don't take. On a cruise ship in particular, she's talking about a cruise ship. On a cruise ship, I don't care who it's with, Royal Caribbean, Carnival, I don't care who it's with. I'm gonna tell you how long it don't take to finish the job on a cruise. It don't take no time to get that done. If that's what you want, it don't take no time to get that done. Minimal effort. Minimal effort. You damn near gotta make her wait. Yeah. I'm gonna give y'all a story time. I'm gonna let her cook. Let's go.
Odd area to get waters, just me and him, and that was fun. It was like the first time we hung out like one-on-one, and I could tell that the vibe was there. So then the next day, just me and him, went to meet up at Starbucks because Starbucks was also free. Amazing. Anyway, so we met up at Starbucks at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we got some Starbucks. Then we went and got some breakfast. And at this point, I'm getting the vibe that like we're gonna be a thing. Hey guys.
Was this supposed to be like a part 2 to this? Let's see. Let's see, y'all. Let's see if there's a part 2 to this. Come on, chat. No, there's no part 2, chat. That was her story, chat. You know what? Story times, I don't screen them. We do authentic reactions here. Very hit or miss. We've had an amazing run of story time, some wild story times. Y'all make sure y'all go check out my story time reactions on the reaction playlist on my channel. This one wasn't it, y'all. Yeah. This one wasn't it, y'all. But to make up for it, let me give y'all one of mine. Which one I want to give y'all? I remember I was on a cruise I was on a cruise and I had met this little joint. She said, don't hurt him now. I'll try to think which story I'm willing to give up. So I was on a cruise. I had met this little joint. And we chopping it up. It's broad daylight, middle of the afternoon. Having drinks on the deck, just chilling. She like, I want to go back to my room and grab. I forget what she said. She wanted to grab out her cabin. You know what I'm saying? It's the middle of the day, mind y'all. It's like 3 in the afternoon. They playing the on the deck. They playing the little, you feel me, the Caribbean music. They serving drinks. It's just everybody chilling. Ain't nothing crazy going on inside the boat. It's just, you know, it's a sea day. Chilling. I'm talking about, I probably met Shorty an hour and a half ago. She said, I gotta go back to my cabin. I want to grab whatever she said she wanted to grab. She's like, you want to walk with me? Ain't nothing going on. Of course. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? But listen, me, I'm not thinking nothing. Like, I'm not thinking nothing at all. I'm just on vacation. This might have been the second day of the cruise. You know what I'm saying? It's a sea day. And I ain't even thinking too hard at all. Boom. We go back to her cabin. I was like, hey, I could use your bathroom. She was like, yeah, go ahead or whatever. I'm like, all right, bet. So I go take a leak. I come out the bathroom. Shorty ain't got nothing on. I said, well. That's the story time for the day, man. Let's go. If you like what you just saw, support the channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and jump in the comments. Talk to me so we could crack these codes. If you want to support the channel monetarily, go to my website and cop some merch, www.theclassiccodes.com. Or you can shoot me a Cash App. Either way, stick to the codes. Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart and that heart.